Alanis Reply social media command center in Munich is a good example of how a company can monitor the behavior of internet users. The center determines the success of advertising campaigns, identifies particularly hot topics on social networks, and tracks potential blog storms. David Dempsey is the center's director. He is convinced that online protest campaigns can be prevented.
So the command center acts as an insurance policy for you. It gives you pre-warning that a typhoon is coming, or it helps you understand that customers are not happy about a certain situation. And so you can go and you can work with those issues and deal with the problems. And so the social command center helps you avoid these potential problems.
But that also means everything can be monitored online. For instance, the system checks 500 million tweets a day, in addition to posts on social networks, blog entries and online magazine articles. Filters allow the system to comb the internet for certain types of content. Depending on the company's needs, specific networks are targeted for scrutiny. Angry users are contacted via Twitter. Personal data, like usernames, postings and URLs, are stored without users' consent. This is a legal grey area, but the company isn't worried.
I think this is an unusual win-win situation where both the consumers benefit because their feedback is listened to, and companies benefit because they're able to understand the problems that their customers are facing.
Digital participation was one of the topics at this year's Deutsche Welle Global Media Forums in Bonn. Jeff Jarvis, an American blogger and journalism professor, discussed the issue with major media representatives. Jarvis unleashed one of the first online protests in 2005 when he posted a complaint about the computer manufacturer Dell on his blog. Dell ignored his grievance and was flooded with complaints from customers who sided with Jarvis. Jarvis believes good communication is the best way to prevent online protest attacks.
And Dell at first ignored what I had to say. And they changed around finally. And they learned that they couldn't ignore customers. And in fact, Dell went from worst to first. And it became very good at listening to customers and solving their problems and taking suggestions from them. At the end of the day, companies have to learn that the person on the other end of a complaint is a customer.
In the meantime, large companies like Switzerland's Nestlé have set up their own command centers. 15 people are employed here to monitor the internet. In 2010, Nestlé was the subject of a protest attack by Greenpeace, which blamed the company's increasing use of palm oil for destroying the habitats of orangutans. As a result, Nestlé set up a command center. Back in Munich, evaluating social media sites also allows companies to find out what the competition's up to. For example, people can compare the online ad campaigns of companies that sponsor FIFA to see which ones attract the most hits. This also involves storing users' data.
When people are talking on Twitter, they're doing so publicly. So that's really not a matter of private data that's been surveilled. It's really just a matter of listening better.
There's no guarantee that the data will be used to improve service, but surveillance can help avoid conflict and lead companies to take user feedback seriously.